A mostly sunny good morning. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a pretty good day today. Nice, brilliant sun. Temperatures trying to warm up a little bit. We'll make freezing here within the next couple of hours. Currently, it's 30 degrees at the airport. 30 at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 30 degrees. And not to be redundant, Bay City is looking at 30 degrees as well. We have a southwest wind at 10. It feels like 21 because of that breeze. 30.47 and steady is the barometric pressure. We've got a big high pressure system right now over western Lake Superior, and it's going to stay there for pretty much the next 24 hours or so before a low pressure system begins to move in. That's currently situated over Nebraska. That low is going to be moving into Iowa, and then eventually it's going to move up through Wisconsin and into the Upper Peninsula. So what that means is much warmer temperatures. So the dynamics of everything is going to generate some very warm temperatures, especially as we get into the later afternoon and the evening hours on Saturday night. We should make our way up to about 54 degrees later in the day on Saturday after sunset. And we're not looking for the temperatures overnight on Saturday night to drop off much. Matter of fact, the high temperatures for the day on Sunday, which will approach 60 degrees, will be right away in the morning, maybe just after sunrise on Sunday morning. And then cold front will be moving through in the morning hours, more than likely before 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. And that is going to push a lot of the clouds and the rainy skies out of the area. So as we go through the day on Sunday, the temperatures are going to drop, not real fast, but they're just going to continually settle. And along with that, we're going to have some strong gusty winds during the day on Sunday, as well as Saturday night, as that front approaches and then finally goes through. So Sunday is going to be a pretty bitter day when it comes to feels like temperatures, with gusts coming out of the southwest at about 40 to 45 miles per hour. So in a nutshell, we're looking at a really nice beginning to the weekend. By the second half of the weekend, everything is going to deteriorate as far as our temperatures. We're going to get quite a bit of precipitation. Matter of fact, Wisconsin, right now, they are looking at least 1 to 2 inches of rain as the low pressure system that's going to be causing all this. Once it moves into Wisconsin, it's going to slow down and it's going to deepen. That low, the barometric pressure around these parts here in the Great Lakes Bay region, will really drop off by Saturday evening. And then during the morning hours on Sunday, that barometer is going to begin to rise just a little bit, because we will have, once again, another high pressure system that will be influencing our weather going through the day on Sunday. That's going to drop those temperatures behind the cold front moving through. 37 degrees is where we should be this time of the year. We're going to make it up to 40. Average low for this time of the year is 22. We're going to be above that tonight. We'll only drop down to about 30 degrees tonight with clouds on the increase. Now, we will still have a little glimpse of sun here and there to start the day off tomorrow. And as I said, the temperatures are going to continue to rise. Clouds will be moving in real late tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow night is when the precipitation is going to move in. That low pressure system eventually will be over the Upper Peninsula late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then it's going to take off like a shot and move into eastern Canada later in the day on Sunday, along with it dragging that cold front. And after a high temperature of 60 degrees on Sunday morning early, that temperature is going to be dropping. Along with it, the wind conditions will continue. Skies will be clearing off a little bit, and it will be much colder, but not very long, because Sunday night, pretty good chance of snow showers, snow flurry activity moving in. And Monday right now looks like a pretty interesting day, at least so far. Snow as the day goes on Monday into Monday night. Temperatures on Monday will only make it up to about 35, 25 for a low on Monday. So really, weather-wise, the worst day of the week next week appears to be Monday. The rest of the week is going to be low to mid 40s during the afternoon, upper 20s, close to 30 at night. But then as we move into the daylight savings time weekend, then we're going to see those temperatures drop back off. Sun will set this evening at 6:29, rise tomorrow morning at 7:06. Incidentally, the record high in this state is 56. That was back in 1910 and tied in 2000. The record low, 6 below zero, set in 1962. And a year ago, our high was 34. Our low was 23. Below average temperatures as we move into the second half of the work week next week, all the way through the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, above average on the moisture during that period of time. That, in a nutshell, is what the weather forecast is all about. We'll be talking a little bit more about the weather as we go through our program today. Gary Kaufman standing by over at Star of the West. We'll talk to him in just a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Along with me, Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West in Frankenmuth. Gary, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Terry. Well, it's been a wild week, as we can really say that for sure this week.
Boy, I guess we thought we had wild weeks.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. When's the last time you've seen that many days in a row where we've been hitting wheat up 75 cents?
Well, I think you'd have to go all the way back to 2012, if I recall. Maybe it was earlier than that, but it's been a while. Yeah, we've had 4 consecutive days now with the nearby May contract. And the limits were different back then too. I mean, they had a different calculation, because if your front 2 futures month limited out, then it would be 1.5 times, and then if it continued to limit out another third futures month, I think then it would get double. But in today's world, they're capped at 75 cents a day, and we've been up. The May futures have been up 75 cents a day for 4 consecutive days, and the market seems to be it's trading off a little bit. We had limit up, Terry, this morning on the May, July, September, December wheat futures, and of course that was a lot of concern with the shelling that overnight there with the Ukrainian nuclear plant, which has since been no loss of radiation, so it kind of calmed the market down a little bit here in the later of the mid morning here. So,
well, some of us still remember that Chernobyl situation, and quite frankly, not only that land wasn't like it used to be then, it still is not productive, and that's been how many years? It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think I read the headlines on that this morning, Terry. I believe it was 1986.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, we got markets coming off. Again, it's been, a lot of it, of course, as everybody knows, it's no secret. The market is watching the conflict as it unfolds, and as it continues to unfold, and all the uncertainty in the world. And it's just, it's been a wild ride this week, but anyways, we'll give you an update here as we sit here at the noon hour. And currently, we got cash and new crop wheat up 25 right now, Terry. That puts it at $11 for both old and new on the white, and up 25 on the red for old and new at $10.55. Cash corn up 15 at 707. New crop is up 17 at 574. Cash soybeans up 8 at 1616. And new crop actually, Terry, it's actually down 9 right now at 1380.
Boy, it is bouncing around, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a fast moving market, no doubt.
Well, it sure is. Gary, you have a good weekend. Hopefully you can get a good breath, and we'll tackle it again next week. All right.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me right now. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline, the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. You can make a new Ram commercial truck a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business today from Schaefer and Beerline since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. 2 locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. I wouldn't expect anything different than what it is right now, Doug Klein.
It's very interesting, no doubt.
What's going on right now?
Well, there's going to be winners and there's going to be losers. I hope everybody out there manages to win a little bit, so at least get some of that potential. But it's, I don't know, kind of interesting. Here's your numbers. The May corn, 763 3/4, up 16. December corn is 630, up 18. And then September of 23 corn is 578.5. That's up 9.5. The May soybeans, 1674 3/4, up 7 cents. November soybeans are 1449 3/4, down 4 1/4. And then November 23 soybeans, 1303, down 6 3/4. The May wheat is still limit up, 1209, up 75 cents. But the December wheat is 960.5. That's down 5 1/4. And like you said, that was up limit. So that has had an 80-cent swing since it has its limit today. So that's wild. And then let's see, this would be July wheat of 23, 845. That's up 16 cents. So crude oil is 111.25. That's up $3.50 a barrel, and it did not hit a new high today. So hopefully the steam is out of that, and they're kind of level out and maybe even taper down sooner rather than later. The heating oil is 365.82. That's up 15.5 cents. Gasoline is 341.29. That's up 12 3/4 cents. Natural gas is 493. That's up 19.5 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2758 at the border. That's up 78 ticks. The yen is at 114.73. That's down 74 ticks. The euro, another 5-year low at 109.17. That's down 14 ticks. And the dollar's at 98.68. That's up 90 ticks. Gold's at 1935.60, up $1.20. Silver's at 25.59, up 39 cents. Platinum's at 1106.20. That's up 25.40.
Wholesale gas, what is that right now?
It's at 341.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That they're taking advantage a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. I guess if we add 65 cents to that, you probably have 405.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I did look at the futures on crude oil, just out of curiosity, push it out 3 months, 6 months, whatnot. And like January, crude oil is at 90. So that's January of 23. And then you push it out to, let's say, January of 24, they're at 82. And then even if you go out to January of 25, they're at 75. So, I mean, the futures kind of predict that this will all be history and will be normalized by then, and it won't be horrible by then, but, the proof is in the pudding.
Well, and again, the other uncertainty that a lot of us really don't know what's going to happen is after these midterm elections in November,
Right.
What possibly could happen here in the United States when it comes to production. It's difficult to fathom what exactly could or will happen there either. So,
somebody might actually open a pipeline here.
You think?
Wouldn't that be special?
Yes, it would. In more ways than one. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks, you too.
All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Jerry Samolsky joining me right now from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, understand that we've got a couple of job opportunities at Bay Landscaping right now.
Sure do, Terry. Like everybody, we're looking for labor, and so we're having a career fair, not a job fair, a career fair. There are careers in the nursery landscape industry between arboriculture and turf maintenance. And turf maintenance isn't mowing grass, it's understanding the insects and diseases of turf. So it's a higher level is what we're looking for. And we can train. So job fair will be Tuesday from 10 to 5. And then Saturday from 10 to 2. So if you're interested in a career in the landscape industry, a nursery industry, come on out, see us, and we'll walk you through, show you what we're all about, and hopefully find a home for you.
And again, that's going to be at the nursery?
At the nursery in Essexville, yep. And again, the family atmosphere that we have at Bay Landscaping, we work really hard to make everybody part of the family. We've got numerous, probably out of the 45 people we have working for us, there's probably half of them with 20 years plus. So we like people to stay and learn and grow with us, just like the plants.
Sounds good, Jerry. Thanks a lot. You have a good weekend, okay?
You too.
All right. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Coming up next, we have Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. But first, this.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. The versatile Kubota B Series is a do-it-all tractor. Part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. You can run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. The Kubota B Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Along with me right now, Stephanie Zelenko, who's the Field Agronomy Research Manager with AgriLiquid. Stephanie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you.
Boy, I tell you, look outside. We're ready to hit the fields, aren't we?
Absolutely. This weather's been great, and I think we'll keep progressing in the right direction for spring planting.
Let's talk a little bit about potassium, Stephanie.
Absolutely. So potassium is one of those nutrients that is very deficient and lacking across the state of Michigan. And then on the flip side, is very critical for corn, for soybeans, sugar beets, all the crops we grow. So make sure that we're out soil testing. Dry applications of muriate of potash are a great way to build those soil levels if you have some deficiency. And then look at doing in-season applications through the planter of any liquid source of potassium. There's a lot of them out there on the market. AgriLiquid has a couple, SureK and Calibrate, that work really well. And then there's also options for flexibility for those foliar applications in season.
Are we noticing that potassium seems to be a little more deficient in soils, or not really?
Well, where we live in Michigan, because we get that high rainfall in snowfall during the winter, our soils will take a lot of water through them over time, and that actually flushes that potassium out. So we see a lot of potassium deficiency just naturally. And that combined with higher yields that we're pulling off these last few years, that just takes more potassium from the soil. So if we're not addressing it, we continually see more and more potassium deficiency out there.
So the best time to apply?
If you're going to do a dry application, I like it in the fall, so you have enough time to get that broken down. When we're looking at spring, planter applications are going to be best to prevent those deficiencies from occurring in the crop.
Very good. Good information. Stephanie, you have a nice weekend, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You bet. Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Rick. I'm at the Smith home. Where's Donnie?
Leaves and autumn bookings pile up for Rick's gutter cleaning service.
He's out? Come on.
He needs help before his bottom line gets clogged.
Okay, well, what about Cristiano? We still got 6 houses today.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We're talking a lot about jobs, careers, well, Star of the West in Frankenmuth, and also at the Emmett location are going to be having a, career opportunity open house is what they're calling. In Frankenmuth, it's going to be Thursday, March the 10th, and it'll be from 4 until 7 right at the downtown office at 121 East Tuscola. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated people to join the team for the 2022 spring season. Looking for general laborers and tender truck drivers. There is no appointment needed. All you got to do is be at the 127 East Tuscola Street location in Frankenmuth on Thursday, March the 10th at 4. All stages of career and life are welcome. If you're able to pass a DOT physical and a drug screen, CDL licenses are preferred but not required. And you could make up to $1,000 a week. So for more information, just give Star of the West a call at the Frankenmuth location. And then at Emmett, that is going to be on Wednesday, March the 16th. So mark that down on your calendar if you live down in that area. Again, the same thing. They're looking for the same type of person to work out of the Emmett location, Star of the West in Emmett. So for more information, again, just contact the Star of the West location near you and get all the specifics. But again, no appointment is needed. Chuck Cervinsky joining me right now at Maple Hill Nursery. So we're talking, Chuck, about getting ready for spring. It looks like the front yard and the backyard better be gotten ready as well, huh?
Yeah, the way the weather is looking, we're going to get a chance, I think, to get out and do some early spring cleanup. Maybe get those leaves raked up in the beds that you didn't get done last fall and sticks picked up in the yard. And it's also a perfect time to get an application of a pre-emergent weed killer like preen on your flower beds. The way the weather looks this weekend, it might soften our mulch up just enough that we can get out there and get an early application on. And it really helps to do that and then put another one on later on.
Now, if we've done any protecting of plants, should we take that protection off or just hold on?
I think we might want to hold on another week and see what these temperatures do. But we're getting real close, as long as it stays in those upper 40s, to getting that stuff off of the plants, particularly arborvitaes, because when it gets warm, you don't want to leave it on too long.
Now, you talked about preen as far as putting that on the soil. You don't have to worry about putting it on too early, do you?
Not really. We try to get it on about mid-March if we can, if the weather cooperates, because if you can get it on early like that and then wait until about the end of April and get another application on it, really will help prevent the weeds from coming up later on.
Now, cost-wise, I have to assume a lot of these products have gone up.
Definitely. We've seen anywhere between a 5 and 20% increase on products depending on what it is. And hopefully it'll level off, but the way it looks right now, it's going to be tough this year as far as that goes.
Yeah, the cost of everything just continues to go up. So obviously, the quicker you buy the stuff, you're eliminating any cost increases that you're going to have here through the spring.
Definitely, because the way fuel prices are going, we're already seeing freight costs rise, particularly on outdoor furniture, for example. The deliveries on that, we're seeing freight rates jump on that.
Good information. Chuck, have a nice weekend.
You too. Enjoy the sun.
Oh, I will. Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery over in Midland.
How do you make the most of your land? Well, it depends who you ask. If you ask the Wrens or the Caggianos, who run with us on John Deere mowers, they'd tell you.
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
Get as much done in advance as possible.
I jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
But the Upshaws, the Hubbards, and the Allens who work behind the wheel of John Deere compact tractors would say,
something that's worth doing isn't always easy.
If it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
And most of all,
I'll make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
Then there's the Nelsons and the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their Gator UTVs.
It's important to just take it one day at a time.
You can't be all working up, right?
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
It's a way of life.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a deer.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Benton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Rochester Hills, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Well, the volatility of the markets continues, so get the market update. We'll get to that at 12:30. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.